I'll go ahead and intro, man. This is episode, what are we on? 4? This is episode 4 of Blassic. Listen, man, it's your boy Louis B and
K-Rob. We in here.
We are back for another one. Listen, another episode of Blassic. I'm just overjoyed at this point. I'm going to just keep being grateful for everyone's continued support along this journey. Listen, it's like we're coming towards the end of 2021, whether we like it or not, guys. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, for me, I just feel like things are starting to make sense. Like the vision of this whole What's in My Bag Studios thing is making sense now, finally. Like the shit is it's like a light bulb just clicked. And I'm so happy to be here.
Man, I saw the website today. I clicked on the web. I was like, "Oh shit,
it's decent." So listen, man, head over to our website. Mm-hmm. Make sure you follow everything What's in My Bag. I promise you, it's a lot of good content and more good things are coming. This week's movie, Love Don't Cost a Thing. Mm-hmm. Love Don't Cost a Thing. To me, this is a really good Blassic. I had to do a little research because to me, it's just a good movie. When I think about it, it's a good-ass movie that had a lot of black people in it. Is it a Blassic? I had to do my research to see if it was. So I went and looked to see if the movie was predominantly casted black, and it was. We're good. All right, so I went to see if the director was black. She was. Great. All right. So producers and stuff like that, I didn't get into that. But if your cast is predominantly black and your director is black, I'm going to call it a Blassic.
Okay, Tiptoe McGee, whatever the fuck that was. But okay, anyway, no. Okay.
Putting on a show.
For the niggas. No, I'm sorry. What are you going to say?
But yes, Love Don't Cost a Thing, man. I love this movie. It came out in what, 2003, I think. This movie is one of them, I'm not gonna lie, it resonated with me when I was a kid because for me, and it touched on me, and I'm thinking now, I have a different look on it when I look at it now that I'm older. When I was young and I was looking at this dude trying to be cool because he was a nerd, to me, I was a nerd, in my opinion. I was a nerd. I was always getting my work done, getting the best grades and all that shit like that. Folks copying my work, had the glasses, rolling book bag, all that shit like that. So I would classify myself as a nerd. And he wanted to make himself cool, so I did shit like that. We'll talk about it later on in the show. But now that I'm older, I'm thinking about the movie and I'm like, damn, was that really like was it a good movie for the minds of nerds back then? Like, damn, was that shit really good for us, or was it like fucking deteriorating us? Like, was it harmful to us? Was it bad for us?
Nah, man, I say
because they didn't necessarily depict nerds in the best light. They were lames.
Okay, so I remember seeing this movie. I remember my mom taking probably me and my sister to see it. Saw it at the Magic Johnson Theater probably. It's like middle school, some shit like that.
Yep.
And I remember seeing the movie, and it was just a movie. I was just experiencing a movie. I didn't feel like I related to it or anything like that. But now that I go back and I watched it this morning before we were doing this, and I got it a little more. I get it. I don't feel like they were I would disagree with you altogether. I think they were actually, as far as the portrayal of the characters, the quote unquote nerds, I think they were actually more portrayed in a better light versus like the nerds that you would see in like the 70s to the 80s comedies, which the movie is actually based on a movie. It's actually a remake. Did you know that?
It was a remake. What's the name of the original movie?
Can't Buy My Love.
I thought, yeah, I did see it. I saw
Patrick
something
Dempsey
about that
movie.
last night.
But I think that those movies back in the day, 70s and the 80s, they were actually over dramatized, just over the top. I think these people were more realistic, and they were kind of nerdy. But just the situation itself, I can look at it now and it's like, I just saw it like a whole different. Watching it today, it was like, oh, this is very 2000, but it's like still can kind of today.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I kind of compared it to another movie, and this is like totally unrelated, but just how they depicted, I would say, quote unquote nerds. Dope, which that's another Blassic that we'll get to later on down the line. But I felt like those were nerds that they depicted in a quote unquote cool light. Like they made it cool to be that. And I felt like we should have had that representation back in 03 because I felt like I was dealing with maybe like some self-esteem issues. So I felt as soon as the shit came out, I was a very like, I can look back on it now and say that I was kind of a influential kid, impressionable kid. So like if I went to see Spider-Man, I want the Spider-Man game. If I went to do this, if I seen a basketball movie, I want to go play basketball now. If I seen Drumline, I want to fucking join the band and shit like that. When I seen Love Don't Cost a Thing, bro, I'm like, damn, bro, I need some Air Force Ones and I need a Sean John outfit, man. And that's exactly what the fuck I went and asked my mom to spend her hard-earned dollars on so I could look cool for these bitches that don't give a shit about me because we're fucking 8.
Right.
But shit, we can go ahead and get into the black facts, man.
Okay, so we're going to hit y'all with the black facts real quick. Like, as I say, this is a movie that came out in 2003. It was released in December 12th of 2003. I was actually getting ready to say it was a flop, but I really don't see
I don't remember that movie being a flop.
Give me a second.
It may have broke even at the least.
Right. To be honest, I am kind of slipping today. I do not see how much the movie actually production cost. I thought it made like $6 million, but the box office was 21. Romantic comedies usually aren't that much, so it may have broke even. So anyway, again, it made about 21 million now that I'm watching it. So the cast is kind of it's a decent cast. Nick Cannon, Christina Milian, they pretty much new in the game. I don't think, maybe Drumline had just came out not too long ago before that, but he's still not.
One thing, and we're gonna get to a decent bit of his movies. 02 to 05, Nick Cannon was on a very unstoppable run with the movies. He had Drumline, Love Don't Cost a Thing, Underclassmen, and maybe something else in there, maybe not. But even for that, 05, Wild 'N Out started.
Right.
Like what the fuck? And it's been off to the races since then.
The Nick Cannon show, that
Nickelodeon right before that,
right? Because he was the new cat. He was propped up to be the next Will Smith, and that's fine. Everybody has that. Everybody has that because you got the okay from Will Smith. Everybody has that. You get that time where it's just you, young black guy.
That's a black fact. I never knew he was groomed to be the next Will Smith.
Yeah, you gotta think about it. Whether you like his rapping or not, he was a musician. He was acting. That was it. I mean, on paper.
Was that on this movie?
No, I did see his name. I saw his name on some song.
I can't sing that. That's an R. Kelly song.
No, I will. But no. But on paper, just like skill wise and what he does, I mean, they're almost the same. Not same people, but movie producer, rapper.
Something to think about.
Right.
Think about, definitely.
But yeah, so you got Nick Cannon, Christina Milian, fresh in the game. You got Steve Harvey. This is probably like one of his first movies. I thought he was great in the movie. He's that quintessential old nigga that you need in there.
Yeah.
Great. I think we got Cal Penn. He's one of the guys from Harold and Kumar. I think he might have been Harold.
He did that shit before Harold and Kumar.
I don't know.
03, I think Harold and Kumar first came out 04.
Maybe, man. I can't remember. Reagan Gomez Preston, she's an actress. You should see her like in the 90s movies. She was the chick who kind of hopped on towards the end of the movie real high.
We Will Rise.
Right. I forgot the name of the show. She was really popping on that. Vanessa Bell Calloway, she's an actress from the 90s. She was a starlet. I know she
still fine.
She's fine as hell. I think who'd she play the mom?
Like fine wine.
Yeah. Then we also had special appearances by Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls. She was shorty that came to the came to
the car.
Yeah. And then we also had rest in peace to Scott Stewart, Stuart Scott.
Yeah,
he was in it. Yeah. But I think the standout for me after watching again, the person who always made me laugh in this movie is Kenan Thompson. I'm talking about everything he did he was just boom, boom, boom. Yeah, man, I thought Kenan was great.
Talking about a dude that deserves all his flowers.
And he's getting it now. And that's probably just kind of think about it. Like, he was just kind of leaving all that, going into trying to work. And then Nick Cannon, it flipped. And Nick Cannon was number one, and then he was here. Now it's kind of equal now. Yeah. So anyway, the black facts is the campus and the gym shoots, they were shot in Long Beach Poly High School, the same high school in California that Coach Carter and American Pie were shot at. So that's like a little fact. The film is a remake of a 1987 film, Can't Buy My Love. It takes the title from the Jennifer Lopez song of the same name, Love Don't Cost a Thing. Right. Film critic Roger Ebert gave the film a positive 3-star rating. Where he only gave the original one a half a star.
Damn.
So it was actually rated better than the original remake, which is, you know.
I quit, and I wanted to do one of the Roger and Ebert review reads, but it was actually a pretty meaty one. Pause. It was a pretty meaty one, so I was like, you know what? I don't even want to read all that. But from skimming over it, I saw good things, and I was like, okay. And then they kind of referenced the older one, saying that it's a much better version of it.
Right.
So
it seemed more real. From what I remember, it seemed more realistic as this is what teens were. That's what they thought teens were. Anyway, so it was directed by Troy Bayer, which I looked it up, is actually a woman, a black woman. She was an actress and director. She started back in the business like when she was 4 years old. She was on like Sesame Street. She also appeared in movies like A Different World, Baps, and John Q. Okay. Ask me the character, I don't really know. That's just the facts. She's a beautiful young lady. I'm pretty sure we're going to show a picture of her. Yeah. She was actually married to the producer. The producer name is Mark Berg, which is actually a white man. I think he was. He was a white man. That's the answer. It doesn't matter where you get the money from.
It'll be alright. We can have one white producer. It's still a Blassic.
Right. Well, actually, they actually got divorced in 2000. So this was 3 years later the movie was released. Oh. So I heard in a podcast years back on an episode of Mark Maron's WTF, comedian Mark Maron, Kenan Thompson was pretty much talking about his career. And he said during filming of the film, he actually kind of felt some tension between the producers and the director because they had already been kind of like separated by that time. So I thought that was a decent little throw out there just to kind of mention. He didn't go into specifics, but that's all the black facts I got right there. That's kind of interesting.
Cool. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get into the scene by scene breakdown.
Let's get it.
We meet Alvin the pool guy. He's cleaning the pool for Paris Morgan's mother. This is her house, so this
gorgeous.
He's a everybody's just gorgeous. Oh my god,
she got it from her mama.
So he's out there cleaning the pool, man, and now we're actually introduced to a few people. We're introduced to the ops, the bullies, so to speak, or whatever. But we also are introduced to Paris Morgan, played by Christina Milian. What's not to love? What's not to fantasize over about her?
She's so fucking gorgeous. Like I was like,
now, should you fantasize to the point where you end up falling in the pool? I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure how you end up going that far over the ledge. All pun intended. But yeah, that's exactly what he did. That shit was pretty funny.
A movie got a movie, you know what I mean? A movie got a movie, goddamn it.
That shit was pretty funny. But my thing was, I think it was so disrespectful how everybody, and that's how I was thinking, like, people treat people like, the movie treated nerds in a weird light, because he fell in the pool and everybody was mad at him because he was a nerd that fell in the pool and quote unquote fucked up the party. Fam, he didn't fuck up the party. Go help him.
Nah, should they go help him? It's neither here nor there. They could have laughed.
Like, damn, nigga, why you do that?
They could have laughed and been like, niggas in the pool.
They didn't even laugh. Some people did laugh, but they was mad. The bullies.
Right. No, I would say they were over the top with the bullies. I'd say they were over the top with the bullies because it literally was like, oh, he was a bully. Then now they're friends, and then now like the end there. If anything, they kind of got those characterizations wrong to a certain extent, but that's the movie. But
one of the bullies was playing basketball with a Kango on. They ain't forget about that.
It's a very 2000s movie. It is, and I think that's why I love it so much. But yeah, you introduced to the main characters, the homies, the girls, which I will comment on. The main love interest in the movie, his homeboys, played by Kenan Thompson, Cal Penn. There's some very smart individuals. They're building a car. I forgot what it was. Alvin is very smart. He has like a scholarship. He's doing something where he's fixing a car. Yeah. He just got like some money. Like
doing like a project for a scholarship or some shit like that to go to school.
Saved up $1,500 for a part to fix a car.
From cleaning pools. Now I ain't gonna lie, man. $1,500, that sound like a lot back then, but I listen to that number now and I'm like, how long was you doing that? That's my first question. I'm like, how many pools is this? Because fuck,
that's a lot of money to be cleaning pools. I don't know how much he was charging. Cause in LA, maybe everybody has pool, so I don't know. There's a lot of money. You gotta think about that too.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, so we run into that. We just see their life. We're introduced to the family. The dad played by Steve Harvey, an old school cat. He's always dancing, listening to music. He's proud of his son. He wants him to have fun. I thought that was an interesting.
Wants him to fucking get a girl. That's what he wants. That's all he wants is for him to get a girl.
Yeah. And that's how I probably would be if I had a kid. That's how I am with my little brother. Even though he's young, I'm always like. I remember being in Target one day and these girls were looking at him and said, "Hey, Ethan," and he was young. He didn't say anything. I said, "If you don't get over there and talk to that girl, say hey to her." So I understand that. I caught that on the second go. But yeah, we're introduced to the family, the little girl, the brother, So they get into
so they draw up the story basically of trying to figure out this is how we end up in this whole debacle. So we now see that there's a basketball star that I guess went to the school before that everybody goes to. His name is Drew. So he was dating Paris Morgan, the infamous Paris Morgan, Christina Milian. He was dating her, and he finally gets drafted. He gets drafted out of high school, I guess. So he gets drafted. He does an interview with Stuart Scott, and Stuart is asking him, you know what I'm saying, with the talent that you have, I know that you got a girl back at home. He said, listen, man, I'm here to play basketball, man. I'm a free agent. And Shawty is like with her friends, excited to see her baby, excited to see her man say that, nah, I ain't with you.
But you see how I was just thinking, like, as you were saying that
this ain't a thing.
Think about it now. Think about how that would have played out today.
You can't. Social media kills everything. Niggas is showing everything.
Do you think she would have reacted that way? Do you think she would have reacted the way she did? Or she'd just been like, I'm just playing my role?
Ooh. Damn, you going there?
I'm finna break it down. Would she would have played a role and just said, like, it is what it is? Today? Or do you think she would have went on social media and said, this is the nigga? Like, I'm booed up with this nigga.
Both.
Yeah.
Both. It depends. It depends. I don't know.
See, it's a little deeper than you did. Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I don't know. Fuck. But
for the ladies to say, I don't know.
Yeah. But after that, we are introduced more to the school setting, and we learn that there is a quote unquote forbidden hallway. This is where the nerds cannot frequent, but they can just look from afar, which is the weirdest shit. Like, it was just certain shit in the movie that I'm like, dog, you can't walk on the hallway.
But see, again,
are you pussy?
I think this is an aspect that I have never seen the original film, but the movie had to be like the 70s and the 80s. That may be a trademark from that. So that may have kind of bled over from that original movie. I think so. So
the whole group of guys, Nick Cannon, Kenan, Kal Penn. I do not know the name of the white guy. This is a Blassic. Sorry, brother. But yeah. All them there on the fucking hallway, and they're like, man, we can't walk down this hallway, man. We can't do that, man. Look at all these fine breezes. Look at all these niggas, man. It's hard down this hallway. Niggas and Kenan said, we can't walk down this hallway.
I'm gonna go down this hallway.
Just like you said, that great timing that he has. So he walks his ass down the hallway, which I would say he walks down the hallway in the most dramatic fashion, and it is fucking hilarious doing that dance and shit.
I think he was hungry at that time, bro. You can tell that he was hungry at that time. Like, this was a point, probably a midpoint in his career, I believe, where he was like, I got to do something.
I got to go from being a kid to really get into this shit.
Okay. Yeah, it's hilarious. I think he was great.
That's an interesting point to make. But yeah, he go down the hallway, of course, in nerd fashion. He bumps into the jocks, the bullies, the ops. One thing that niggas really don't notice, I notice all the little things. So, like, when the white guy, he bumped into dude, the nigga said, yo, yo, yo. I said, fam.
Very over-exaggerated.
Yo.
But I'm pretty sure it's people like that. Like, it's very exaggerated, bro.
Then from that, like we was talking about earlier, it's all about Steve Harvey's character wanting his son to be a man. You know what I'm saying? So, they're having a dinner, which I actually pulled something from that. I pulled his prayer. When I go out to eat, I always say gracious God, and that is it.
That's it.
That's
I noticed that.
When when I noticed that he did that, I said, you know what? God is gracious, and gracious is God. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all I need to bless this food. So I promise you, ever since I've seen that movie, I've said, you know what? I'm adopting this.
Yeah. I think Steve Harvey is great, man. I mean, he's a multi-millionaire or whatever now. He doesn't have to work like that. But I think as an actor, I think he should do more movies. He was great in that movie.
He was really good in the movie realm. Johnson Family Vacation. Like, whenever he popped up in movies and did his part, I enjoyed him probably more than I enjoyed him in any other field. So
he's very great. But he is Steve Harvey, pretty much.
Very much so. But yeah, he was talking about you doing all that working, son, but just not enough loving. And of course, I love when he just sings. He brings that old school feel and everything he does. It kind of reminded me of like the Kings of Comedy stand-up he did, just playing old shit.
Yeah, that's
just making you know who he is, even on these movies. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put my stamp on this. I'm gonna put my old nigga stamp on it. So that was pretty hilarious. Mm-hmm. So we get to the big part of this movie, which makes the shit go around. Paris fucks up her car. Her mom's car. It's not even hers. So her mom's going out. She trying to park the car, but Paris is like, nah, I got it. Just go ahead, leave. She taking that shit out with her friends after her mama told her explicitly, don't be doing that shit trying to be hot, flashy with your friends. Mm-hmm. We out here, man. We outside. You know what I'm saying? Right. We outside big time. Right. What you do? Smash that shit, smash. Stop.
What happened?
Trying to talk to that nigga. He was not trying to talk to you.
Man, one of the bras said, I wish you had a speakerphone so we can pull up talking to the nigga. What?
Like, why are y'all here? What? Leave me alone. Let me talk to this nigga alone.
Well, I mean, that's
she
that's
wanted
how
to
they
be
ride,
around.
though.
She wanted to be around, so you fucked up your car. Listen, man, karma comes back fast. So now we see that this car. Of course, everybody knows your shit is fucked up now, and your mom is gone for the weekend. She'll be back Monday.
It was a Benz too, wasn't it? It was like a Mercedes. It was something.
It was either a Benz or like an Escalade.
It might have been an Escalade.
I think it was a big ass Escalade. That shit was hard. That shit was hard as fuck. But for 03,
right?
If you had an Escalade in 03, oh my god. But everybody knows she done fucked up a car. Now we at the car dealership, the car technicians or whatever. He's saying this shit gonna cost about $3,000, but we always know that that's really not how much it costs. That's how much it costs with labor.
Right.
So my boy Alvin comes in there and he says he sees a damsel in distress first and foremost. Oh my God, first mistake. Mistake number one. You see a damsel in distress. She ain't even doing shit. She just walking around prancing back and forth. Oh my God, what am I
trying
gonna
to fix
do?
shit?
$3,000.
Shit up more.
I don't even have it. What am I gonna do? Oh my God. He walks in, he says, I'm gonna save her. How much this shit gonna cost? About $1,500. He said, I got that.
The exact amount that he had to get the part for the car.
For his future, for his life. He walks up to Shawty, he says, yo, you might not even know me, you know what I'm saying? I clean your pool.
And she gets the nigga's name wrong. After she just saw him 2 days ago, maybe a day ago, bro. Jesus.
Talk about being a nerdy nobody. Like they just really like exaggerated it. So of course he got the money. He say, man, listen, I'll pay for it. I'll fix it too. But you got to be my girl. This is where the shit just goes totally awry. First of all, he wants to pay for a quote unquote relationship. He wants to pay for love. Second, she's gonna allow this nigga to do that.
Wait, I gotta back up. I would disagree. I don't think he's paying for love. I think he's paying for popularity. It's not. He doesn't think he's going. He doesn't think, or she. He doesn't think she's gonna fall in love with him. That's the thing. He asked her, "Why do you want to do it?" I want to be popular.
Okay.
It's only 2 weeks. A week. Got to be a month.
$1,500 for 2 weeks. I need the whole year.
Right.
The semester at least.
Yeah, he could have. And I'm gonna be straight up honest. I hope we don't get flagged for this. I would have got some pussy out of that. Like, there's no way in the world I'm gonna pay $1,500 and you're just walking in the halls. You know, he's giving her $1,500 just to kind of kick shit with her.
Yeah.
And the whole deal is like, no one can know. We can't talk about this by anybody. Do you see how different that is today?
Yeah. No, we got. You got to post me on the gram for 2 weeks straight, every day.
Not only
on the feed, stories, and reels.
That's relationship. I'm saying, think about how it is now compared to 2003.
Yeah.
it's known that most women, you have to have a certain amount of money to even come in contact with them. Okay. They're selling pictures. It's different. Back in the day, you would be shunned if you did something like that. She held that shit down to the end of the movie till she couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Now it's open. And now you can play for play. I don't know if they're actually doing it. Mm-hmm. I'm selling pussy. I'm selling pictures. They're selling their stuff out here. She literally
She was before her time?
But she was
a revolutionary?
No, but I'm saying it's more like she was hiding it. Mm-hmm. Like now, what would be considered abnormal? They'd be like,
"Oh my God, he paid $1,500 to be with me for 2 weeks." Where at the end, Shawty was crying and she said that same exact line.
Right. And
she was embarrassed. Niggas would be like, "Oh, you came up."
It's different. Social media has done it to where, and I think the feminist movement has done it to where stuff now. I'm gonna just say what I feel like. I think that stuff now in that movie they were trying to hide. It was the problem in the movie. Now it's not a problem now. If you saw me with a chick and I said I paid this much money, you'd be like, why would you do that? But that's all you would ask me is not why would you do that. You wouldn't ask what's wrong with her.
That's a good point.
I think that was pretty dope.
That's a good point. Yeah. So, like I said, man, she said yes. So now they're quote unquote an item. Mm-hmm. She sees him. You know, it's the first day of the agreement. She sees him. I don't like what you got on, my nigga. Put this on. She just gave him a little shine, John. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Gave him a little shine, John. Now we together. They know it's hers. He go to class with it. You know what I'm saying? Kenan with the timing again.
Perfect timing.
Wait, is that Sean John? Real Sean John?
Right.
Nigga started playing with it because he ain't never seen real clothes before.
Perfect. And then he burnt it, fucked around, and said, smell just like her. She's so hot.
Smelled that shit and burnt the fucking clothes, man. Burned it and delivered one of my infamous lines that I still say today, Shanjo.
Oh yeah, he did say. I caught that on this. I caught that on that end.
You just caught that this time around?
I caught that on that. And you know what? I want to say. Before we I might say that to the end, but we're gonna keep going. But now his timing was constantly impeccable in this movie. More than I've ever seen it. Maybe like Saturday Night Live, but in any other time, this timing was bow in this movie, man. Yeah. Big ups to Kenan Thompson.
Yeah, so pretty much from there, now Paris has to defend her man because now the friends they're a little salty. They like, well, why are you hanging with this dude? Like, you're cool. He's not. Like, he's really like what y'all why?
Right.
Which is the craziest shit ever. Like,
they come out of nowhere.
You know what I'm saying? Let me be with who I'm with. You know
it came out of nowhere. I mean, in real time, I don't know movie time, but it came out of fucking nowhere.
But they was like, he's a dud. Why are you with him? He don't match your fly. Like, damn, y'all are mean. So she has to damn run the back for him. And I think that's so funny. So now, man. Now it's time for my boy to learn a little bit about some sex, because
he wasn't fucking. I don't think he fucked at all in the movie, to be honest.
I don't think he did not.
I don't think he fucked at all.
Nah, I didn't get none.
He didn't.
But yes, shit, where was I?
Steve Harvey.
Yeah, now he teaching about some condoms, which was, listen, some of the funniest comedy, period. I ain't even know they had that many kinds of condoms until I seen that movie. And then once I got older, I said, yeah, they got flavors.
That breakdown, bro. As I watched it this morning, that breakdown.
He said, I might have to test that for real.
That breakdown that he gave, like the different, I was like, that's hilarious.
Because
like,
you know he wasn't saying that shit from a stupid place unless he just had some impeccable improv game.
I believe that was. I think that was his improv. I'm just saying, I think when I was a kid and I saw that, I'm not laughing because it's not, I don't get it. But now I get it. I was like, this shit is great. I have tried. Have you ever tried to open up the condom with one hand? I've tried that.
I ain't got time for that.
No, I tried that.
I ain't got time for all that shit.
Nah, I didn't even do.
Oh, that's what you mean with one hand? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I
thought you meant
that was the trick. He only did it with one hand.
I felt like because he did some crazy shit where he and then I can't do shit like that.
I just remember that.
I don't know how he went like that, and then the condom ended up in his hand, and the foil was on the floor. I said, "What the fuck kind of wizardry is this shit?"
It was great. There was definitely some cuts in that, but yeah.
But yeah, now we're going to the damn basketball game, cause it's time for my boy to goddamn go out and be seen with his girl a little bit, or at least go see his girl, cause she's a cheerleader on the basketball team, and the jocks are on the basketball team, the mean guys. So Shit, I go with Paris now, my nigga. We gonna sit in the cool section. Fuck all this nerdy shit. Y'all niggas sitting all the way up there looking like, you know what I'm saying? We sitting down here.
Peons.
Them jocks said, right after that timeout. He said, I'm missing all of my shots because you niggas are sitting in my section. Fam, you just suck. You not just good. You're not good. Pick another profession. You're in high school. You still have time to figure that out. You suck. So yeah. My nigga feels bad about this shit.
She defends him. Bad. She defends him.
He runs out, which I thought was the craziest thing.
She defends him, and all of a sudden now, due to that particular character that I thought that was everywhere, he now has to kind of be around him for some odd reason.
And we'll talk about that. Trying to be around the ops. Right. We'll talk about that. But yeah. She goes out to defend his honor, and she's like, oh my God, like, we're gonna get this right. We're gonna make you cool. So shit, they made him cool.
Right.
They did exactly what I did when I seen the movie, and I was influenced by them outfits and them Air Force Ones. I went to get me some. I went to get me some. Alvin went to get some.
Right.
She got him some fly outfit. She did his hair. He turned into Urkel, going gangster.
Yeah, right. He was like Buddy Love from Nutty Professor. He was like a complete opposite.
Shit. After that, we get another little sex lesson from Dad. He's going crazy. Like it is. Man, Jesus Christ.
Right.
After that, I think it's good. You know what I'm saying? It's time for them to go on their date. You know what I'm saying? We dating. It's time for us to actually go out in public. $1,500. Let's do something. God damn it. So they go out, and it goes well. And now she finds out that $1,500 was actually spent on her car getting fixed, and not his car that was gonna secure his future. So now she feels bad and all this shit, and Nick is like, oh, it's cool, man, it's cool. I'm stupid. I'm an idiot for your love, for your attention, for the popularity. It don't matter. I think this $1,500 was well worth it. Fucking idiot.
I mean, and I think at this point is they're hanging, you know, with each other a lot. I think he's kind of putting his friends to the wayside. Which at first glance you're watching, you're like, man, you wrong as fuck for that. But it's like he's going from not having the intention from a female to like one of the top females. So you kind of see
the top female.
Yeah. So now it's like he's kind of with them or her a lot. Then he's kind of putting his friends to the backside. Which have you ever had that happen before? Like you hanging out with your buddies, and then you get kind of like a female companion, and then now
you put your niggas to the wayside. Yeah.
But then, but when you see it, it's kind of like I gotta do better. It's like I gotta figure out how to do it better.
I gotta figure out how to balance all of my time with everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Theirs happened to just be a little more exaggerated and brought up in a different way. Yeah. But yeah, that was interesting how they did that.
So continuing on with their first date, you know what I'm saying? They go to a nice little. I wish we had events like another fucking parking lot kickback. It looks like just like they had in fucking Boys in the Hood. They having another
LA.
One. Maybe it's just it's just LA. We don't do shit like that here. No. Y'all niggas crowd up at Quick Trip.
Right. Quick Trip after Cascade skating rink.
For what?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, man, they having another little kickback or some shit outside, and he fixes a car with a condom, because you know what I'm saying, I gotta look cool. Y'all niggas think I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm talking about these cars. I'm gonna fix this shit. So yeah, he fixes one with a condom, which is like ha. But he got the job done, and now he looks cool. You know, he just doing little shit to increase his cool points. The car starts, and Christina Milian is like, that's my man. He paid for this. Like she getting happy now, which is all. It's interesting to notice how she starts to feel him as well. I think that's an interesting little development as this goes on. So, like you said, he literally starts getting inconsistent with his friends, and he starts getting inconsistent with Paris a little bit. She notices that he late a little bit, and that's just weird. You know what I'm saying? So now
it's weird for her.
It's weird. She's used to attention.
It's weird for her because she literally says, this is what we're going to do, and I'm going to get you to this point, and I'm going to end it. So his mind is not emotional at this point. So this is where she's going to get me. I know that it's going to break off, so I got to break off and do my own thing now.
Damn, Alvin was more of the narrow-minded person the entire time. Huh?
I don't think it's.
He knew what he was going in for.
He knew.
That's crazy.
Because
he got with her just because she was like, "Come on, man."
That was the goal the whole time. I think men are more. We're more. This is the goal. We're more. This is the goal.
I want popularity. That's it.
This is what it is. I don't. Like I said earlier, I don't think I'm gonna fall in love with her. She's not gonna fall in love with me. She fell in love with him.
Which is a great segue to the end of that date. Them niggas are outside, you know what I'm saying? So she feeling him for real, you know what I'm saying? This is the time I think we gonna get our first kiss in. She leaned in for that kiss. That nigga say, we're gonna break up first thing tomorrow morning. And he's like, you can just see in his mind, I wasn't even thinking about a relationship. You are kind of sidetracking me with anything that you're thinking about. But of course, she didn't really tell him that at the time.
Right.
Which sucks because I felt like if she just was honest, if she were just honest, maybe he would have been like, okay, yeah. Maybe she fucked. Oh my god.
We'll see it.
She sounds like the issue in this.
No,
movie.
that's what I'm telling
because
you.
Because she wasn't just honest.
This is what.
The more and more I talk about this and unpack it.
This is what I'm telling you. She is the issue here because again, she's literally saying, "Don't touch my booty. It's only 2 weeks." In his mind, okay, I have 2 weeks. I can't fall in love with this girl for 2 weeks.
Right.
I'm getting some popularity. I gotta figure it out. I'm gonna make the best of it. So now all of a sudden she still ain't feeling it. I'm not saying it's wrong.
Yeah.
But we can't down him for not like being like, okay, we're breaking up tomorrow. Because you've got me to that from A to B at this point. This is what I asked for. This is what it is.
It makes sense to me.
Right.
All right. So now they have the big infamous breakup in the halls that just sends Paris on a whirlwind. She doesn't know how to feel now. She was like, I thought you was gonna break up with me, but not to this extent, my nigga. Like, you went and embarrassed me, which I will say, he went crazy. Like, I was like, why? I guess you get to the top, and it's like Frankenstein. You just see the monster that you built, and it's like, damn.
But notice in this overly exaggerated world that we're currently in, as soon as he does this, the homegirls want him now. Everybody want him now.
Is that not how it goes though? Sometimes.
Yeah, I guess.
You know
but it was that was so
I think
glaring
the only
this time
difference
around.
is the older you get, the more I realize, you know, they might wait a year or two before they spin the block on you.
On this view, this was not like an acquaintance. This was like the homegirl, the dark skin.
Yeah.
This was the homegirl that literally, like, even when they got together, they literally, and then they ended, they was back friends again. I was like, God damn.
That's how shit go though. Listen, I've seen so many high school relationships during that time period just start over again, stop. You friends with the ops friends with the other ops. I'm just like, this is an op fest.
Right.
But listen, it's high school.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a perfect depiction of high school. Like, you done with this person, somebody else come in, swoop in, and shit. There's a good chance it might be your friend.
Yeah, that's the. I've never been that type of person to do that. I've always stayed away from that. Like, I had a buddy who went with a girl for years, and then I swear about 4 or 5 years after that, she wanted to try me up, and I was like, nah. 4 or 5 years ago, you with the homie. Like, what about you? No, you backed up. Oh, so of course you do that.
Wow.
But nah, I'm just not that nigga.
I'm not him anymore.
Well, you was.
I don't even know
you
who
have
that
a young
is.
lady now.
I don't know that, man.
I'm sorry.
I don't know that, man.
I didn't say that, y'all. I'm sorry about that. I did not say that, okay? Where my camera at? I didn't say that, y'all. But anyway.
I think one of the good things about this is that Shawty tells him about himself, even though she's created this monster. She tells him that, hey, listen, I know you happy about this shit. I know you feeling yourself, but popularity is a job. Something to really grasp on to, because he learns that later on. Like, the shit it's an ongoing process of trying to make niggas happy, trying to be in different positions, and sometimes you just want to chill and be yourself. Sometimes this shit is really work. So, there's a scene with, oh my God, the infamous scene with them niggas fixing the car in their car routine.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Fam, I used to watch that shit, rewind it, watch it again, rewind it, watch it again, I love that shit so much because it was corny, it was them, it was on brand, and the car broke down and all that shit. It was just funny.
But why did the car break down? The car broke down because Buddy was somewhere doing something.
Alvin wasn't there to fix it. He wasn't working on the car.
That's like his previous responsibilities. And I think not only did it affect them, and Shorty was starting to see his popularity grow. I think that his parents started to kind of notice it. Like where Steve Harvey was originally like, yeah, but now it's like, hold on. He's not doing what he's supposed to do. He's not fixing the car anymore.
I was just about to say it's a good segue because the little sister starts to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because after he wants to showboat about him going out with the friend. He wanted to showboat to his friends, and the friend's like, bro, we don't care about that shit. Right. You said we was gonna be fixing the car, and you took the car to do some other shit with a chick. You're supposed to be here with us. But he flashing and flying and talking all that loud shit. So little sister hear it. So she goes back to the parents and she's like, yo, he paid that girl. Right. And now they start thinking about it. They like, not Alvin. Even though you see this nigga and he is not who you know your son to be at all.
But Steve's character is just so happy.
So happy that he's different.
It's not. But then I think that was another detriment to I don't know if I'm using that word right. But that's the reason I think Steve is great in this movie too.
Oh no, not detriment.
It's not. Well,
it's cool.
It's like that. It's early. But anyway, I think that's a testament to Steve as well as a performer, because he shows he's over the top, but then when it's time to get serious, now he's serious. He's like, okay, what's going on here? I was happy for you, but now it's out of the way. And I wanted you to be like me back in the day, but I realized you're not me back in the day because you're better than me. You're smarter than me. That was a good conversation that he was having. Yeah,
but I think before that conversation they had their senior ditch day.
Right.
I wish we had shit like that. Well, shit, we did have a senior ditch day. Yeah. But it was the last week of school, and we weren't at school anyway. They were damn near kicking us off the campus. So it really didn't even matter. But I wish that we had like ditch days that were either in the middle of the school year or like towards the beginning, so it would really feel like
you would have
the whole class just left.
There would be more of a consequence because it's funny and fun.
We'll take that silent lunch for a week. We'll do that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna take away our big activities because our parents gonna flame.
Where the fuck we going though? Where will we go? In LA, they're going to a beach. Where the fuck are we going?
That's a great point. We're gonna go to the Georgia Aquarium.
Where the fuck are we going?
We're all gonna go to Centennial and Piedmont. Listen, we could go to Piedmont. Everybody,
we can't go to Piedmont. The police will say, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah,
the police will stop you and say, "Well, why were y'all supposed to be in school?"
Yeah, we can't do that here. Sorry, guys. But yeah, they had an infamous senior ditch day, which looks great. I think it's cool that they had the little theme of having their shoes over them, and they're of course walking the beach with the socks and shit. Didn't think about that, but I'm like, everybody looks cool when they doing that shit.
I only remember him for some reason. I don't remember.
The whole party was like that. Every nigga was like that.
Yeah,
which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But senior ditch day is an interesting little conundrum because now you got Paris out here. You know what I'm saying? You got your old work out here. You got a new chick that like you. You know what I'm saying? He actually got to the party, was with the dark skinned chick and said, "Nah, I'm cool on you." So now you got 3 bodies at the party.
Right, Reagan, yeah.
And then Paris's old work shows up. Now he wants to damn pop up the senior ditch day like a pedophile. I'm just kidding, man.
He ain't but 1 year off of him.
Yeah. But yeah, now you're caught in the pickle. I don't know what the fuck Paris is doing. She playing the field is what she's doing. Cause at first she was all up under Drew. You know what I'm saying? But he clearly saw what you've been doing with Alvin, even though I guess the streets just be talking like that.
No, they told him at the beach, remember?
Yeah.
The beach. It was at the beach.
Alvin bagging shorties now.
Right.
I remember that. Yeah. So he finds out, you know what I'm saying, he was with your girl. I don't want you no more. Back up. He dropped her like a bad habit. And what does Paris do? She goes running to her second option. She is a piece of shit the more I talk, man.
What? She's
looking to settle at this point.
She went from Buddy to Alvin leaving to Buddy to okay, fuck it. Now
she tried to date the little white boy in the middle of that. Let's not forget about that.
And then she wants Alvin to clear shit up. It's like, and if you don't clear it up, I'm gonna put your shit on Front Street.
And you want him to clear it up, and he is knee deep trying to get in something. You know what I'm saying? Telling the shorty, "We will rise," the same song that you wrote.
Right.
He's trying to sing that shit to another chick to get some. So she going crazy, man. I tell. He decides to make her try to look stupid and say, "Ha, you're embarrassing yourself. You look crazy."
What? No. He was only making her look like her.
He made her look like her,
but that was
the crowd should have took that as such, but it flipped and Nick Cannon looked crazy.
In movie fashion, it looked, but in real life,
everybody was like, "Damn,
that's what it was." If you said,
that's crazy, right?
Right, that's movie.
If a movie can flip it, it'll just be that. Whatever the movie's reality is, we just have to go with that. That's crazy.
Because like I said, today in real life, this would have been no more than, well, like I said earlier today, that it's just normal now.
Yeah.
So it's not, but that's wild though.
So now, Paris tells the truth. He looked crazy. Oh my God, we'll talk about some of the songs later on in a second, but now he looks crazy. He goes and has that conversation with his dad, you know what I'm saying? So now I think he's getting his head back on the straight and narrow. All of a sudden his swag changes. No more Air Force Ones. He goes back to baggy clothes and jeans.
I think
the swag just totally changed right back.
I think it was a mid-ground. Like, it was not as bad as it originally was, but
he just still had the hair.
Yeah.
So the hair kind of,
Yeah, it was a mid-ground. It wasn't as bad, but it wasn't as good. You can tell,
Which, I think that's a good testament to you. You can, listen, for all my people that think they nerds out here, struggling to be cool, you can be both. You can easily be both. Just because you're a nerd, just because you have knowledge, just because you real smart, that don't mean you socially awkward. That don't mean you weird. Like,
they
all
point
that
that out
shit is
perfect.
social constructs, man. Be yourself and love yourself. You know what I'm saying?
They pointed that out perfect in the film. I remember someone tried to joke on him and say, "Where's your car?" He's like, "Well, I don't have a car. I can build this motherfucker.
I can build one."
Yeah, and I just don't have people to just buy me. I think they point that out, and I'm gonna give the props to the director, man.
Most
later
definitely.
on, but go.
But yeah, my boy ends up. Now we're at pretty much the end of the movie. They end up at the basketball game. I'm trying to see how this scene played out. His friends was sitting over there because, of course, he's not friends. They defriended him. They don't fuck with him no more. So they sitting in their section. The jocks are playing ball. They feel like, even though they wasn't in the way, I feel like the jocks was still just being assholes. They came out of nowhere. Yo! All the way up there.
The one nigga.
You're in my section. All the way up there. Come on, fam. But I think it was good that my boy Alvin, to bring out the movie, he stands up for his real friends. So, nah, bro, you're not going to come and fuck with my folks. I'm going to actually make you feel bad. Who's bad? You're bad. At what? Basketball. Because you can't make shots if niggas are sitting in seats.
Right.
So it's good to bring that up, and I love how they showed the parallel of the first time him being in the gym, he walked out. The second time he did the same shit, he walked out, but this time it was on some cool shit.
I didn't
just thought about that. I literally just thought about that.
And it's dope.
And she ran out again. That shit is fire. They do little parallel shit. She ran out again, but this time it was just on totally different terms. This time it's like, you know what? I love you now. And he just like, I love you too, man. And he gets the girl.
And he grabs the booty. He grabs the booty.
He grabbed that ass.
That's a very, that's a
grabbed that.
And even the geeks get them some play at the game. So we got to point that out too.
Yeah.
Well, two of them did. I won't comment on the last one. But yeah. I mean, it's a very 2003 movie.
But yes, I love that fucking movie, man. Any songs that stick out to you?